Hello friends, welcome to the Southern Mountain Kitchen. Today we're going to make Christmas sugar cookies with homemade royal icing. So everything you see on my counter is what we're going to use to make the cookie part of this. The icing will come later. I kind of separated this up so that way there wouldn't be too many ingredients to confuse anybody. But this is all you need to make the cookies. Really, there's not a lot going on here. But you do need exact measurements when you're doing this, so that way the cookies will turn out light and good. We don't really want tough cookies, hard cookies, whatever. So we're going to start out with 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour in a bowl. To this, we're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and then 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And once these are in the bowl, we're going to go ahead and whisk this together and then set it aside for a moment until we need it. So we just want to make sure that all that salt and the baking powder gets distributed all through the flour, just to make sure it doesn't set up shop in the wrong place and not really get mixed through. And then in another bowl, we're going to add 3/4 cup of unsalted butter, which is at room temperature, or you softened up a little bit in the microwave. Make sure we get all of that in there. Then we're going to add 3/4 cup of sugar, just regular granular sugar. And then we're going to mix this up with a mixer for at least 3 minutes. So that way it's light and fluffy and everything is really combined together before we add anything else to this. Now, as you're going along and you're beating this, if you need to scrape your bowl, go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and use the mixer at like a low or medium speed. So that way we can actually get this totally incorporated before we add anything else to the bowl. Now, as you can see, once you're mixing this, it will move around quite a bit, so you will probably have to scrape the sides of your bowl. And once we get this completely combined together, then we're going to bring in a couple other things. You're going to need 1 large egg at room temp, and then we're going to need 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now, once you put in the vanilla extract, go ahead and mix this up some and get it totally combined into it. And this gives time for your egg to sit out at room temp for a second before you use it, because we don't want a really cold egg. It's just going to be harder to mix that through. So just go ahead and let it get to room temperature, then put that in and mix it in as well. And we're just totally going to run this mixer until everything in here is completely combined together, and that way we don't see any parts of the egg still through it or anything else. Just run it through, make sure it's a soft, fluffy mix. And then we're going to take the dry mix that we already made and pour it into the wet. And we're going to mix this together. Now, when you're doing this, you want to make sure you make your way all the way through the sides, bottom of the bowl. Make sure everything is combined through. And I would actually do this for at least, I say, a couple of minutes to make sure it's really mixed up. But when you're done with this, if your mix looks a little on the wet side, you can add a little more flour to this, like, do a tablespoon at a time until you get it to a point where you think it's dry enough to be your cookie mix. Because sometimes when you're putting this together, it does come out a little moist. But go ahead and mix this through until everything pulls together and we got the whole bowl mixed up into our cookie dough. Now, as you go along, if you have to scrape the bowl, go ahead and do it. We want to make sure we get stuff off the sides and into the mix itself. And when we get done with this, you are going to need some parchment paper, because what we're going to do with this is, one, we're going to scrape this bowl, get it all together and everything, but then we're going to separate this into like 2 different pieces. So that way, when we take this out, we're going to take 1 piece onto each piece of parchment paper, and we're going to put a little flour on it and roll it out, because this is going to need to be refrigerated before you use it. So just put a little flour on your parchment paper. We want to make sure this doesn't stick together, because once this is chilled in the refrigerator, because we're going to leave it for about an hour, when we bring it back out, you literally can just take your cookie cutter and cut right onto this parchment paper and then pull them off and put them onto your baking pan, which is really cool. But they do need to refrigerate, because if you actually chill this dough, it helps it set up in a way that it'll hold its shape once you use the cookie cutter on it and you bake it. It won't actually like go all over the place, and sometimes when you cook a cookie, it kind of spreads out. Well, this way you're going to stop that from happening. So just roll each of your pieces out onto your parchment paper, and once they're both rolled out, we're going to put them into the refrigerator, like I said, for an hour. So I'm just basically going to do this, sprinkle a little bit of flour on top of the one, roll out the other, put it on top, and then cover it with some plastic wrap, because we want to make sure that this doesn't dry out while it's in the refrigerator. The plastic wrap will help that, because it'll protect it from, 1, anything getting on it, but 2, it won't let it dry out. But like I said, 1 hour in there, and that way you got really great dough set up, ready to go. I mean, you really just have to cut it when it comes back. And you're going to need at least a couple of pans. This is going to make a few cookies. We want to actually line them with parchment paper, so when we cut our cookies, we have something for them to land on. So just go ahead, take whatever shape cookie cutter you're using. I'm using the snowflake, and just go through and cut them out and to peel them off and put them onto your baking pan. Now, right about this time, you need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees because these will cook for 11 to 12 minutes until they're done. And you're looking for the edges to get a little golden. Now, we're not talking brown, we're just talking golden. The darker they get, the harder the cookie is going to be, so we really don't want them to go that dark. But the edges will tell you when they're getting golden and you're ready to take them out, because usually it takes about 12 minutes or so for them to be done, and these are mine when they came back from the oven. So we need these to cool before we try to ice them. Give them a good like 20 minutes or something to sit somewhere. You want to remove these off to a wire rack so that way they cool underneath perfectly well and they don't keep cooking, because if you leave them on the pan, that will happen. Now, this is what we're using to make royal icing. We have some powdered sugar here, we have some meringue, we have water, we have a food color that we're going to use, and then we have some sanding sugar, which is just, mine is just a white glittery looking thing because I wanted it to look like snowflake. So this is what we're using. Once the cookies are cool, we're going to mix this up and we're going to use this to make what we're going to use for icing. So basically you're going to need a large bowl, and in that we're going to put the 4 cups of confectioner's sugar. Then to that we're adding 3 tablespoons of meringue powder. And then to this we're going to add at least 10 tablespoons of room temperature water. We don't want cold or anything like that. We want this to actually work. And as you pour in the water, you'll notice it starts to change the powdered sugar a bit. And then to this, we're going to just mix it up and add the food coloring after we start mixing it. Now, mind you, when you put your mixer into this, you're going to get a cloud of dust at first. It's okay. It usually stays in the bowl, but go ahead and mix this up. And you're going to go until you see everything in that bowl totally smooth, silky, consistent, and all mixed together, because that's what we're trying to go for. And after everything is mixed together, then we'll add our food coloring. Now, mind you, I chose a blue because I wanted this to kind of look like wintry color. So I thought, something cool, something kind of, bluish. So go ahead and get this all mixed up, and then we will add in our food coloring. Now, mind you, when you go to put the food coloring in, it's better to put a little at first and then work your way to see if it's the color you want, because it is going to blend in with what's already white. So that's going to change the color what you're using. I got lucky with mine. I just put a couple drops in there and went for it, and it actually came straight out the way I wanted it from minute 1, which is perfect. So that kind of just works well when you're doing this. So just go ahead and use your mixer. I'm using like a whisk attachment on my mixer, and that's helping to mix this all up really well. And you're going to do this for like probably about a minute or so until everything in the bowl just turns the color that you want it with the food coloring, because you don't want any streaks, you don't want anything from the original white in there, you just want it to be all one color. And once it's done like that, then you can get ready to move on to using this. So just take your cookie, stick it into there with your fingers, run it around, tip it from side to side, and as you're pulling up on your cookie, just tap it a little bit to where some of the icing actually pops off of it. You don't want to overload it. And then bring it down and lay it on your counter, and then you can sprinkle on if you want to do sanding sugar like I did, and it gives it a sheen, and there you go. And you just keep on going with this until you do each one of your cookies. And it takes this icing probably about 20 minutes or so to set up, and then it's hardened on the outside to where you can touch it and it's not going to be sticky or anything like that. And you just work your way through each one of your cookies until you get them all coated. And as you see, it's really not that hard. Just work these one at a time until you get them completely done, and then you get a plate of cookies that looks something like this. And I got to tell you, these are perfect for the holidays, and they have such a great taste. I think you'll just like this. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. And if you get a chance, check out the Southern Mountain Kitchen website, where you can get a free recipe, check out the cookbooks available from the Southern Mountain Kitchen, and if you'd like to, you could order a cookbook at a discounted price, cheaper than Amazon, with shipping that is also cheaper than Amazon. So if you get a chance, check it out, and I hope you have a great day.